E onorant pentru mine să stau de vorbă cu cea mai mare expertă în parenting. I just said that it's an honor for me to speak with the best parenting expert that our planet has. Thank you so much, Dr. Shefali. I wrote some things, but now I discover that there are so many things I want to hear from you. For example, we have a say, Romania. When a child is born, a parent is born. Is correct?
Yes, yes.
Can you educate and be a good parent just by your instinct?
No.
Thank you. Now you have to tell me more.
Yes, so instinct is what we think instinct is wisdom and truth, but often instinct is just our reflex, our conditioning. And when we parent out of our conditioning, without awareness, without wisdom, without consciousness, we are actually just repeating patterns that came down from our childhood. So when we parent from our patterns, we don't really see the child for who the child is. We see a mirror of who we want them to be. And so the child is always saying, do you see me? Do you see me? Who am I? But the parent doesn't give them that. And many of us were raised like that by parents who couldn't see us. So our whole life we are like, see me, see me, see me. We have a hunger. And we need to understand as parents, our most important job is to connect to who the child is, not who we want them to be.
Is there a certain age when you start to discover your child, or you can do it by the day he or she was born?
You're supposed to be in touch, watching them from childhood and connecting. My child is like this, my child, and it changes all the time. So you have to be in touch, in attunement. It's called attunement. You have to be constantly walking next to them, paying attention, focus, and not trying to change them, right? So many times parents will come to me and say, my child is so shy. Why is she so shy? I push my child. And I say, every time you push a child and they're not ready, you are telling the child that who they are is not good. So then the parent says, oh, so I should just let my child be shy? And I say, first, what is wrong with your child being shy? What is your resistance? And they go, well, the world is not good for shy people. The world needs, wants us to be bold.
These are patterns.
These are things. So when I begin to deconstruct, they realize, oh, maybe there's nothing wrong if my child is shy. So I don't need to push my child. Now you can honor them. It's like you and me. If I don't like listening to loud music or going to a concert and you like it, right? You may look at me like there's something wrong with me, and you may give me the impression that I'm defective, I'm broken. And I'll feel, something's wrong with me. I don't like loud music. Everyone likes to go to the bar. Everyone likes to go to the festival. I like to stay at home. Something is wrong with me. But nothing is wrong with me.
Correct.
A lot of our parenting is judgment from our past, and we're not paying attention, and we put it on our children. So my daughter was very wild when she was young. Not a good girl, like I thought I was. I was soft and good girl, and I wanted to please everyone. And subconsciously, I raised her to not be like that. But when she was actually wild and saying, no, I don't want it, no, I was like, she is so rude, that is so bad in my mind. And like, oh my God, I have to put her in a box. And then I did this work of conscious parenting, going, is she bad? Or is she making you feel uncomfortable? What will people say? And when I began to look inside, I realized I was never allowed to be that. So I wanted to...
So you were missing that?
Yes.
And your daughter was completing.
Yes. Yeah. But she was being herself, but I was thinking, oh, I must control her because I was so controlled. And in these ways, we repeat patterns and don't realize it.
So in the relationship with your kids, it's you as kid and your kid with his own life and behavior.
Yes.
So
And we
there are-
cannot separate it
Why? How do you separate it?
through becoming conscious, right?
Okay.
What I teach, what is consciousness, is becoming aware that right now I have all these belief systems that are influencing what I am perceiving. So if you look at me and go, you know what? I don't like her because she's from India, right? You may, if you're not conscious, really not like me. In consciousness, you begin to question why I don't like her if she's from India. Oh, because my grandfather once told me a story where he liked an Indian girl and she was very mean to him. Now it's stuck in my head and I'm projecting it. So it's called projection. So I take that story, it becomes a belief system, and I project it onto you. And now I don't like you, but you have nothing
Correct.
wrong with you. And we do this with our children all the time. If the child comes home with a C grade, right? We're like, that is not good. You need to get an A
Punish.
grade.
In
We
your- in
punish
your
them.
room,
Yeah.
correct.
And then when we begin to deconstruct, it's called deconstructed. Why is it so bad? Because, but maybe she doesn't have the brain. Maybe she's not interested. But she should be. Who said she should? You see, so we parent with so many should, that we suffocate our children.
So you have to take the should from our education.
We have to examine it. So consciousness means we take everything in our psyche, the big ones, the big things, and we put them under the light to examine with our awareness. When we bring awareness to something, that is called being conscious. We take what is a pattern and robotic and like,
But this is a job, a full-time job.
your full-time job. But guess what? We are already living and making choices without being conscious. So why not make conscious
Because
choices?
we don't know, because we don't believe, because we are too tired to start over.
But we're actually more tired making unconscious choices, eating unconsciously, living unconsciously, fighting unconsciously. If you do this, you actually become more relaxed, more joyful, more calm. So yes, it takes work, like going to the gym in the beginning is exhausting and your muscles hurt. But after 2-3 weeks, it's good. You're doing more. You'll feel good. Consciousness is a muscle of the mind, awareness.
Even if they are in a family, are the kids alike? I mean, are two kids the same? No, if they are brothers or sisters?
No child is the same and no parent is the same with different children. So when parents say, but I raised them the same, it's impossible. It is not possible. It is not possible to be the same parent, even if your child is 1 hour apart.
Why?
Because each child has a unique nature that brings out
Something else
different.
from inside, correct.
Just different.
Are the kids today different than our generation? I mean, are they?
Yes.
Why? What do they do? What do they eat? What is different? It's
They
just
are-
the digital side?
Yes, they are living in a world that we never lived in. Now, our grandparents, our parents will say the same thing about us.
Exactly.
So every 100 years, 50 years, but now it's every 10 years is a new generation because technology is changing so much. So I am writing 2 more books now on Gen Z and the next generation because parents, our generation, Gen X we are called, we don't know how to deal with it. And we have to be aware of the red flags and the risks.
For example, my daughter sleeps with her phone by her head.
Yes.
She's 20. Everything is there.
Yes.
Her connection, her messages,
Yes. Entertainment,
everything is
the
there.
schedule, the bank.
And
the
she got
everything.
it late. I mean, she was, I don't know, 14 something. And because they didn't
Like
exist.
us, they didn't exist.
They
So
didn't exist.
Me too. My
And
daughter
also,
got it at 14.
when she wanted so much a telephone, I brought it and I said, look, it's an expensive one.
Yes.
It's yours.
Yeah.
We will write your name on
Yes.
it, but I will use it because you will probably block it. And she was okay with that about 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was her telephone. She could show to anyone, it's mine because it's written on it. but I use it. I used it for, I don't know, 1 year. I don't know if it was good. Now she's kind of not addicted, but she depends. The mail is there, the messages are there, the fun is there, her free time is there, her friends are there. Can we change this anyway? Can we do something to take parts of to break the telephone in pieces?
Yeah. I don't know whether we can break that, but what we can do is do more outside so they spend less time inside, right? You and I are now talking, we're not on our phone. So when we're having fun, we're not on our phone. So do more outside.
It's so hard to find something fun when that thing full of light, full of dopamine, like you mentioned many times, when that thing is so extremely attractive, I cannot do any play in this world to compete with that.
I know. That's how they make it. They make it so that the parent loses. And that's why it's so not healthy. But she's 20. I think by 22, 23, I see it in my daughter now. They spend more time without it. They can do things for a longer period without it. But there's a period where their life depends on it.
Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the early childhood. When you set rules, and you're strong with that rules, and you see that other parents are not, they are extremely kind and they do whatever the kids want, you suddenly get the stamped bad mother or I hate you. How do you deal with these things when all your heart is there, all your emotions, the good feelings are there? How do you deal with this?
Well, you have to decide what you are saying no to and why. There has to be a why. So if the why is not really connected to something that is life-giving, so if the mother says, no, she has to sleep by 8 o'clock. Okay, why? Because she has to get up by 8 and she needs 12 hours sleep. Okay, but if she sleeps at 9, no, I get angry if they... That kind of rigid rules is going to make everybody miserable. I always tell parents, save your rigid black and white rules for drugs, for alcohol, for, early sex. Keep the rigid rules for the big things. The rest you do in...
Name the big things.
Things that will harm my child's brain and body. So exposure to porn before...
It starts very early.
I know.
The moment they have a phone,
it's not healthy.
They have a connection.
Yeah, it's not healthy. If it's too early, it's not healthy for them because they don't understand. Exposure to violence, drugs, alcohol, marijuana. These are the big ones, cutting, things that can harm their body and their mind. But the rest of it can be negotiated. You don't have to be such a...
So settle things, put things in two, let's say, groups.
Yes.
The bad, very important ones, and the one negotiable.
Yes. I say stone and sand.
Okay.
These are the stone ones, and the rest is sand. Okay, we can change it every day.
Speaking of adolescents, they got the Tony, Emmy, Grammy, everything, the movie Adolescents.
Yes.
You know the story.
Yes.
There's the 11, 12 years boy who kills a colleague. And he doesn't know in the third episode, I think, the guy's playing fabulous. He realized that he really killed her. He thought it's like in his game with his, because he was all the time connected with the screen. We are living very strange times. Everything starts earlier. I mean, period to the girls, it starts extremely early. Then sex comes in the secondary or even earlier. Why do you think is this situation? How can we, I don't know, not stop it, but at least trying to pull it later? What can we do?
We have to, as parents, become aware of how important childhood is for the child's brain and give them the time to be dreamers, to be bored, to do nothing, to play, to be in nature. Till 14, give them peace, give their mind rest, and train the mind to need very little dopamine. The children, when they're young, they have so much natural dopamine, they don't need much. You give them this, they can play for hours, with the pebbles. But now we're giving them supersonic entertainment at 7, at 8. So by 15, they need so much more to be interested. right? If you go to a young kid, 18-year-old, 20-year-old, and you say, come on, let's go to Paris. We would have gone, let's go to Paris.
Of course.
They'd be like, oh,
I've been there.
I've already been there. I don't know. Because their dopamine is like already, that's nothing. They need to go to Mars.
What are the main things that help the dopamine produced?
Yeah.
What are the main triggers?
In things that are changing, like too much entertainment, flashy lights. That's why when you go to a casino, ding, 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 it's like, the sounds, even in my puzzle, the sound is so exciting. Every time I make a game, it's like bingo, bingo, bingo.
So that flashy things, sounds,
things that move, things that change.
It helps the brain
dopamine,
to
and then we get addicted. Even the act of taking your finger and scrolling, yes? Look how powerful. Oh, she's on, I don't like her, move it. Off. I feel powerful. I'm in charge of my reality, right? It's all dopamine, hits of dopamine that are now training the brain to become addicted. So with every addict, now this much dopamine is not enough. I need this much. Oh, this is not enough. I need this much. And the algorithm is always manipulating. It's very, very manipulative. And they have destroyed our children's minds, and we didn't know about it. So unfair.
So the brain is growing until what age?
Oh, it's always neuroplastic, but they say definitely till 28, the brain is still in formation.
So by that age, it would be good not to overproduce this dopamine. Yes. Tell me about I had a situation with one of my daughter's friend. She started to have small glasses of beer every night because it's the age. They need to be part of the group. They feel good when they are together. How dangerous is the alcohol, and what age the alcohol should be?
Completely should be illegal. I mean, as
whatever age,
whatever. I mean, the fact that alcohol is legal, and I like a glass of wine too, but it is. Think about it. Why do we need a drug to swim in our brain, to dull our senses, to change our chemistry? Why? Alcohol should be illegal, period, like any drug, but it's a lot of money. And our children who have already no sense of limits, when you're an adolescent, you don't realize that you have limits, the car will crash if you drive too far. Then giving them alcohol, because alcohol lowers your inhibition and you take more risks. You laugh more, you sing more, you have more sex, you're more wild. It's the deadly combination to give. No child should have alcohol, period, like till 30 minimum. I know I'm extra.
This is not impossible, that.
I know, but if you as a parent have the right message, at least the child has the right lesson. They may do whatever they're doing, at least give the right lesson, right? So I am the most free, liberal parent, but when it comes to the brain being consumed by drugs, that's where I get worried, right? So I always told my daughter, absolutely, it's like cocaine. Now you do whatever you want, but it is cocaine. I cannot stop you because you can go and get it, but you are taking cocaine. So I put it into her head.
But these times parents say, okay, a glass of beer, what can be wrong with a glass of beer?
Because it's not one glass of beer. For one kid, they can stop at a glass of beer. Many other children who are more ADHD, who need more dopamine, who need more excitement, who are insecure, who need to fit in, for them it's 3 glasses of beer. Now, do you know how your child is going to react? We don't know, so you're taking a chance. If you have a kid who can stop at 1 glass of beer, lucky you, but you don't know that. So you're telling the child, here's this amazing chocolate cake, only have 1 crumb and stop there. How many kids will really stop? You and I will not be able to stop.
None.
We will have half the cake and be like, and then it's this is cake. If it's alcohol, and then they drive, and then they're having sex, and then they're going out, and anything can happen, right? So we have to understand the combo. Giving that brain, a teenage brain, a drug is a deadly combination. That's all.
Can you make a scale of drugs? Are they one more dangerous than the other ones? Because you mentioned before, for example, that a child of, 5, 6, playing with a telephone is drugged. You mentioned. Can you make a scale? Which is the first, most dangerous, the second one, the third, and let's say?
I think alcohol, because you can kill someone in a car, or
yeah,
you can,
correct.
I think alcohol, marijuana, these are gateway drugs to a lifestyle. And it's not just the drug, it's a lifestyle, right? So if you get dependent on marijuana to calm yourself down, right? People say it calms me down. It takes the edge off. Smoking, takes the edge off. You're not learning any other way to regulate your nervous system.
And then you need... Yeah.
And certainly
so
children...
First, alcohol.
I think alcohol is the most dangerous legal drug that should be illegal.
What do you think a parent should do when he or she hears that her child, at 12, 13, started to smoke?
We have cigarettes, like cigarettes? Yeah, it's common in Romania, no?
Very common.
Yeah,
very often
I see
you see that.
Yeah, and again...
Cigarettes and that vaping things.
Oh, and it's full of chemicals.
Even worse, I think.
Yes, and it's full of chemicals. I think, if our child is under the age of 18, we can still intervene and create...
How? How do you take him out of the group? Because everybody smokes there. All the class, everyone, they are going outside in the yard.
Well, first and foremost, if anyone is listening to this, if your child is under the age of 10, you should be training them
not to.
Yes, it's coming. Say no, it's dangerous. So they're already primed that this is a bad thing to put in my body, right? You cannot just throw them into the 12-year-old social scene and expect them. So hopefully they have some awareness already. And then you keep talking and saying, you have to go to rehab, I have to send you away, I have to get you therapy. You cannot get addicted to this drug. It is going to kill you. You cannot give up. Listen, you may not be able to control it, what they do. Can we control what our children do? No. But we can control what we do.
We think.
And we talk and we educate and we don't stop and we annoy them and nothing in the house and we...
You know what's my name in her telephone? Woody Woodpecker. Because I'm...
Yes. It's okay.
It's not okay. Yeah. Because everybody around thinks that I'm trying to control her. No, it's worry. It's not control. Yeah. They cannot understand the difference. There's a huge difference between I'm trying to protect you because the world is too big.
Yeah, but don't worry about what she calls you. It doesn't matter. Is what I'm saying.
I don't mind. Yeah. The thing is that I don't know when protection, she doesn't know. Where protection ends, when this control starts.
Well, you have to check in. I think you are somebody who is very wise and aware. So you are probably liberal and protective. If you were coming from control, you would know it. You're not that kind of person, right? Maybe, and then you have to examine. Like I can be controlling sometimes,
because you know many things. And everybody knows who you are.
Yes, but also things like simple things like I'll ask my daughter 20 times, "Did you take your passport? Did you take your passport? Did you take your passport?"
So you are still doing this, and she doesn't answer. Yes, Woody.
Yes, exactly. yes. But she'll be like, "Mom, stop!" But because I remember at 15 when she lost her passport, then I had to go and I had to get out of the meeting. So I actually am protecting myself. Because I don't want to be called like, "Mom, where's my passport?"
But they doesn't understand. They think you're trying to control them. They think
we're just trying to control.
Correct.
And I go, and at some point, we have to understand that we have to let go of the leash,
So trying to forbid, to doesn't give them money to buy these things, it works. I mean, like alcohol or cigarettes, because it's all over.
If your child is drinking, it doesn't matter if it's all over. And to the point that now they are out of control, they're drinking every day, they're smoking every day, and my money is being used, that's where you have power. You say you can smoke and drink and ruin your life, but my money cannot be used for the drugs.
So it works if you
I
stop
think
giving
so.
them money.
Why I cannot give you money if you're my best friend and I know you're going to go and shoot heroin. I cannot give you money for that.
But they find all these things because they are all over.
But you're making it harder. And you are standing for the principle.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot change your way because they're going to drink anyway. So let me give alcohol anyway. No, you stand for your principle and they will then figure it out, But you can't give mixed signals,
Correct. How do you deal with a kid, whatever age, when he or she says, I'm shutting myself in my room, I don't want to see you? How do you enter that door? Do you ever enter? How long do you stay outside? And how you deal with this? Because it happens very often.
Well, when it happens, there's a deeper reason why the child doesn't want to connect. And I would work with the parent to understand what is the break. Because most children who feel safe with their parents will not do that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something that has gone off. And I will help the parent to build that connection again. Open the door and start to bring the connection. The child is disconnected because the child feels hurt and too much pain. And the parent is not getting it. Every time in my life when my daughter bangs the door, I'm not talking to you. In 2 minutes I go, I say, okay, I messed up. What did I do? Tell me. Okay, come to me. She comes, like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are always longing for connection, but the parent doesn't know how.
Yeah, but the parent doesn't know
is
how.
in
They
their
are
ego.
too proud to
There's
do it.
Too much ego.
Too much ego. How do you deal with your ego? Do you ever deal with your ego? Not
me or in general?
General.
Oh, you have to deal with your ego because otherwise your ego will deal with you eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime the ego will get you. Life is so predictable that at one point or the other, you will be brought to your knees. So do you want to be brought to your knees quickly or you want to wait for the big bang? But it is coming. So that's what I teach in conscious parenting, that our children are our ego busters. And so this relationship is so powerful to see your own ego. And when you see your ego, you connect. Every day you see your ego and every day you calm the ego. Every day though.
Do you raise differently a girl and a boy? Are they different? I mean, by a certain age, they have common needs.
Yes.
But then by what age you have to switch things?
Yes.
What should you be aware when you raise a girl?
Yes.
And what you should be aware when you raise a boy?
That's a great question. So of course, every child is different anyway, but yes, I think there is a difference in how you treat girls and boys. Of course, depends on what they show up as. But the girl's brain is different from in the womb, in the uterus. Yes. The girl's brain has more estrogen, right? We know because of menopause. Yes.
We don't have anymore.
We don't have
very,
estrogen,
very little.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So estrogen is the connecting hormone, and estrogen floods the child's brain with the girl's brain with sensitivity, with attention to social cues. It increases oxytocin, and so the bonding hormone, the love hormone. So when your daughter has her first breakup, oh my God, I'm waiting for my daughter to have her first breakup. There's going to be trauma in the house. Why? Because we girls, we bond, we connect. We cannot just have sex. We have sex, that's it, let's get married. Boys need to move and they need to do and they need to feel strong and they need to be active and they need to run wild. So this culture is not good for boys at all. Making them sit in a classroom, be quiet, be like the girls, not good for their brain because their brain has testosterone, and testosterone is sex and aggression and physical. And we're trying to make them as if there's no difference in the brain. There's big differences in the brain.
What are the big no's when you raise a girl, for example, I saw kids, because they are at 9, 10, they have a TikTok account and they are makeup. They do tutorials at 10 years. And I was shocked. And I was all the time asking, where the hell is her mother? And she's doing this daily or almost daily. 2 hours. She wakes up 2 hours earlier than going to school to do her makeup at 9 or 10 years old. Really? What are the big no's when you raise a girl? And the big no's, because yes, I know, love them, treat them different. I understand. They need emotions, the girls. They need to fight, to be strong, because of this testosterone. What are the no's?
So the first big no is no smartphone till they're 15.
Okay.
No social media.
Impossible. This age is too
far.
Too much. They pretend, they ask, they beg, they rape your skin when they are 8, 9. Okay, you can delay until 12, but I'm not sure that you can do it by 15.
So delay till 12, 13 is better,
okay, so
right?
delay as much as you can.
As much as you can.
Good.
And then monitor, and then don't allow them to post to strangers. They have to, before you give them the phone, you make the rules. You can post to 50 friends. I need to know all the people. You create some limits. And no, you cannot post makeup. You cannot do that till you're 15. You have to study the
But all my colleagues are doing this. Mama, come on. You're too old. You're outside of this world.
Yeah. And if she is doing it, then it can only be to that list of her friends, right? Then it's okay. Then it becomes
So control it.
You have to majorly have limits around it. Because
you don't like the word control.
No control.
Okay.
It's a good thing to control.
Until a certain age.
Yes.
Okay. So do whatever she or he wants to do, but in a smaller
scale, which is more realistic for their brain, right? And for boys, same thing. Don't let them get violent video games till they can handle it, because they don't know the line between virtual and real life.
Exactly, like in the movie we mentioned before.
Like the movie Adolescence, or they think all the girls should look like that, or when I have sex, they're all going to act like that. I can do anything to them. No, and that's a big problem today. The men cannot handle real women anymore.
This addiction on screen, whatever, because they are video games or whatever, social media, in a way destroys even their feelings.
Yes.
And their needs.
Yes.
Because they start to pretend they are something they are not. And I understand they start very early to have sex, really, this kind of things. And then they get bored. They don't see how to go on. It's not interesting. How do you think we, as parents, will deal with this? There was a news lately. There were 2 kids in the school, in the toilet, doing a sex job.
Yeah, because they are, when we were thinking about having sex when we were teenagers, it was like a mystery, and it was the unknown and a risk and an adventure. Now it's just they're
sex everywhere.
Hyper exposed that they're hooking up, right? It's not even a real connection. Correct. And they have become immune to the power of sex. So we as parents need to know all this and teach them and talk to them and train them and
What age did you have the first discussion with your daughter about everything that's connected to sex? What age it's good to? I mean, it's not too early, it's not too late, because she will hear from, I don't know, the sides.
Yeah, but so sex is part of a broader relationship.
Correct.
Of open communication, of no punishment, no shame. She has seen me walk around naked, be comfortable with my body.
Because you're very beautiful.
It's all connected, no? Mm-hmm. So when she was ready to have sex, it was not something that was taboo or something that an apple that she wanted to eat. It was very normalized. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I think it's part of a bigger connection that the parent has with the child, and to be open and to be liberal, to allow, especially from 14 to 20 when they're experimenting, when they color their hair purple or they have their first boyfriend, back off, I remember my daughter had her first boyfriend, and first time the boy came home, they were in the bed doing nothing but just, and my husband was like, what is this? They're not even playing a game, like they're
Exactly.
lying down in the bed. They were just lying down. And I said, if you start being controlling now, we are going to lose her. So zip it and just watch how it unfolds. And then, of course, in 2 weeks, they broke up, But we have to watch how controlling we get, because if we control too much too soon, we will lose the connection.
This too soon, it's very hard to touch, to keep.
Yes.
Too soon, it's always too soon. I mean, they receive things too soon. They are exposed too soon. You can't control everything extremely too soon. So you mentioned something delay the having of a screen, of a
That
telephone.
is your ultimate power. Just don't let it come into your house. Right?
But when you and your husband are all the time sitting and writing things because you didn't finish your job,
Yes.
and you prefer to be home, and the kid is seeing you doing this,
Yes.
how do you say, no, you're not allowed, I'm allowed because I'm working? How do you do it?
You say that, exactly that. This is for my adult brain. And when I was your age, I did not have it. And you create the boundary.
Baby, your Nelly in my class has one and also
Yes,
another
and
boy.
so bad because her brain is going to get destroyed. You're not seeing it now. And you show pictures, you show images, the studies, it is hard. But you have to be strong in your value.
What does a telephone to the brain of a kid? Exactly, because you said what does it? Shrinks it? What have you seen? Have you seen the MRI or any kind of...
They have MRI studies now, only now. They've got research on how distracted children get. They get more anxious, they get more moody, more irritable because you are taking away the drug. And for girls to watch other girls and compare themselves and get FOMO and see them putting makeup and then the filters, and it's all a lie,
Correct.
And I think, look at me, I'm, 10 pounds overweight in my pajamas, and I'm not in Berlin in a nightclub right now, and all my friends are out in Paris right now, right? You get this FOMO, you get it, and I get it.
Oh, yeah.
When we see other people living the life and we're doing nothing in our house. It's horrible. We're not supposed to see all this. We were supposed to know about 3 friends. What you doing today? Okay, I went to the market. That's it. But we are seeing this filtered, curated clips of everybody's life, and we think it's real life. It's not real life. It's all produced, designed to...
But their mind doesn't understand that.
Exactly. That's why you don't give it to them, because
correct.
Yes, because their brain cannot understand.
So take off the phone from the life of a younger kid, younger than 14.
Yes.
15 maybe.
Okay,
Yes.
try.
It's very hard. Try. Okay. Delay the day.
Yes.
Second, you mentioned that when you raise a girl, be careful.
Yes.
Yeah, be careful.
Of how you are, and you are the model. How you are with your body is how she's going to learn how to be. I'm not saying she'll be the same way, but my daughter is much healthier than me in terms of her relationship with her body. Like, she's like, I don't want to be like you. You are too much. You're too obsessed. I'm like, okay, good, thank you. You're becoming a better next generation. But they're going to watch how you are, and you are the model.
Be a good example.
Yes.
The best example.
As much as you can be. And own your mistakes. And so I tell my daughter, when I was growing up, my God, we had so many rules around our body. And you're living in a generation where women's bodies are now more embraced.
Why it's not working punishing or conditioning things? I mean, you want that, you have to do this, or you have to enter, I don't know, to get the exams. If you don't get the exams, you don't go to Paris. If you don't get the, I don't know what.
I think that is good. That is if then. It's not
working.
It's not all bad. Yes, because part of life is, if you go out in the rain, you will get wet. That's what you're teaching, But you instead of saying if then, you say when then. When you do this, then you do this, right?
Oh,
Instead
nice.
of if. Just small change. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Basically, after, then I give you this, right? When, then. But punishment is stupid, because imagine if you forgot my birthday. Should I punish you? Imagine you were rude to me. I should punish you? No, we don't punish. We change our behavior depending on what needs to happen. So if you tell the child, don't have the 4 cookies, and the child ate the 4 cookies, and now you say, you know what? Go to your room for 6 hours. You didn't listen to me. That's not teaching the child anything, right? So the consequence should be connected. So the next time you don't have cookies in the house. That is connected. You connect it. You don't give a punishment that is disconnected, random. And most of us give random punishments, you know.
If something is happening now and you are punishing 2 hours later, they won't understand.
They won't understand.
Okay.
If you were sleeping and you missed it, wait till next time.
Well, till next time.
There'll be another time.
That's a very good advice, this one, because we all, kids are coming at home, you come late and then you discover she didn't do or he didn't do the homework.
Yes.
The house is messy.
Yes.
And you are starting to
Yes.
yell and to do
Yes.
things instead of them.
Yes. Yes. So, my daughter will often tell me, Mom, you're living in the past.
Mhm.
Because we parents live in the past. So, for example, recently with her, I let her buy some jeans, for example. And now 7 months later, I see that the tag is still there. And now they're too loose for her. She's lost weight. She doesn't, I don't need them anymore. And I'm like, you will wear these jeans. And she's like, do you hear me? I cannot wear them. Do you see what you're saying? And I was just unreasonable because I bought them. So I had to tell myself, okay, I cannot change the past, cannot punish her. She didn't know. So what do I need to do? So that's what I teach conscious boundaries are. So people should buy this book. It's called The Parenting Map. And I teach how to create conscious boundaries. So in conscious boundaries, we don't yell at the kid. We don't tell the kid to change. We don't yell at the husband. We don't tell anybody outside to change. We change. So in that example, I told myself, okay, next time, don't buy any more clothes. That's in my control.
Correct.
If my husband is not respecting me, I'm not going to say, please talk to me nicely. Why are you talking to me so mean? I'm going to walk away.
But this means punishing him.
No, it means I'm taking care of myself.
Okay.
And I will tell him, if you keep talking like this, I'll warn him, I cannot handle it. I will take care of me because you are not stopping. So you're not taking care of me. I cannot give you my power anymore. I'm going to take my power back and say, what can I do to take care of me? I gave you the chance. You didn't take the chance.
But when you take care of you, instead of taking care of your family, aren't you supposed to be an egoistic, narcissistic?
No, you are disengaging to come back into your mind and your heart. Then you can come back if you want. This is not about abandoning them. This is about coming back to your heart, to your calm. Staying there like this is ridiculous. You change it so you come back into your own power. Then you can come back.
But sometimes, when you do something and they feel hurt, sometimes they don't talk to you for a long time. And men have this...
They don't know how to talk. They shut down.
They don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. And for a long time.
Long time, yes. They go away into an island and their cave. And it's okay. They can come. See, if you need to talk and they're not talking, there's a clash, right?
Correct.
So if you tell them to talk to you when they are not ready, you will keep the cycle. So you have to understand this is a wall. The wall cannot become a fountain. It's a wall. So I go somewhere else for my fountain.
Brilliant.
Well, what to do?
Brilliant. So when you are in a wrong position and you are continuing the cycle, you are right next to a wall.
And you are also a wall. And you are also a wall. You just don't realize. If you keep saying, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, you are also a wall. Even though it sounds like you are open to talking, but you are a wall. If you are talking to a wall and you keep talking to a wall, that means you are a wall.
Find yourself a fountain.
You want to be heard, don't go to the wall. It's your fault. You're like, no, if he listens to me, I'll be so happy. But he cannot. So you go to where the ears are. Don't go to the wall. You go to where you have energy. And that's how we move through life. Oh, I don't find it here. I go here and we flow. That's what water does. Water doesn't keep yelling at the rocks. Why are you a rock? Water goes around.
whatever you do is fixable. Whatever you think is fixable, can you get back and in the relation with your kid?
No, it's not fixable. If you have the approach that you can fix it, you are already losing. The only thing you can fix, the only thing fixable is your energy.
Mm-hmm.
It is not fixable. The minute you have another person or another thing involved, life, weather, the river,
Mm-hmm.
the ocean, it's never fixable. Can you fix the ocean? No, never.
I never thought about this.
Right, because you accept
Correct.
that this is out of your control. Same with your children and with people. Even though you're the parent, even though you're married,
Mm-hmm.
it is like a wild ocean. You cannot fix it. You never tell the ocean, I'm going to fix you today.
Mm-hmm.
Or you never say, I'm going to change you. You understand it's nature. In the same way, you accept. First level of change is through radical acceptance of what is. It is what it is. Now, what are my choices? Right? It is what it is. Now, what can I do? In the isness.
I would like to ask you more things, but unfortunately, time's up. So in the end, I wish you tell me the most valuable, important thing that you received. I hate the word advice. What's the most important thing you had it or read it? Because you're a writer, a reader. People don't read very much. They prefer to play the audiobook or to scroll. What's the most important or valuable thing you will transmit to somebody who doesn't know you at all?
I think what I can say is that every relationship in your life is perfect, even when it is hell, because it is in your life in that way to shine a mirror for you to grow. And you're not growing, so you're resisting because it's very painful to grow. You're like, no, let the relationship change so I can stay the same. You change, so I stay the same. But it is here for you to change. And when you lean into that change, that's your growth. If they want to learn what I do, so this is my book for women, I have 7 books. If they want to become a coach like me and learn what to do, what I do, I have a coaching institute. And if people are interested, it's to become the best parent. If you want to get parent training, you go to my coaching institute. And you can help other parents also.
Can I find it?
Yes, it's on
I
my
look
website.
forward to.
It's amazing. And I give a $500 discount. Code is Romania, is the code.
So thank you very much. I want to take that books and I
Both
want to
of
have a
them, yes.
picture with you with the
Yes,
books.
yes.
But let's do another
Yes.
one because I changed my mind regarding the picture I want to post tonight. It's this one.